Hello viewers, following is a statement made by Prime Minister Zenawi at a meeting of the 12th AU Assembly of Heads of State and Government, which discussed the impacts of the global financial crisis on Africa. Stay with us.
President Koroma, our Vice Chair, Your Excellencies, Your Excellency Jiangping, Chairperson of the Commission, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to welcome you all to Addis once again and thank the Commission for organizing this discussion on the most vital issue for our continent. Allow me also to thank our outgoing chairperson for leading our organization with skill, wisdom, and strict adherence to the rules and regulations of our union. It has now become clear that the global economy is undergoing through a deep crisis. Every week, the prognosis for the world economy appears to get worse. The latest prognosis by the IMF, which according to some analysts is unduly optimistic, suggests that the economies of developed countries will shrink by about 2%, and that of the rest will be reduced to no more than 3.25%. The global economy as a whole, measured in purchasing parity price terms, will grow no more than 0.5%. No less than 51 million jobs are expected to be lost in 2009, according to the ILO. While it is assumed that the prospects will improve for 2010, there is no certainty about such prospects. Some analysts are suggesting that the current unprecedented global crisis is a reflection of structural imbalances associated with the rapid industrialization of major emerging economies. It is argued by these analysts that the Western path of industrialization, which is based on intensive use of resources, particularly carbon-based energy resources, is becoming simply unviable in an environment where emerging economies are industrializing at a fast pace. China and India alone have a population that is about 4 times bigger than that of the Western industrialized countries. And if industrialization of China and India, among others, was to follow the same resource-intensive and carbon-based energy utilization path, there wouldn't be enough such resources to sustain that growth. They argue that such a path is indeed a dead end, and this quite apart from the environmental impact of resource-intensive and carbon-based industrialization. As a result, commodity prices in general and oil prices in particular had reached unsustainably high levels last year, and we have a near collapse of the global economy this year. This is why some analysts are suggesting that the current economic turmoil is a clear indication of the economically unsustainable path that the world has followed so far, and that the turmoil is unlikely to end until a new technological base for sustainable industrialization, green development, is firmly established. It is also argued that the current turmoil is a reflection of global imbalances in savings and consumption associated with the fast growth in emerging economies. It's argued that some countries, such as China and the oil-producing countries, are accumulating massive savings, and the developed countries are consuming well beyond their means by borrowing these savings. It appears, therefore, the global economy is likely to be susceptible to turmoil unless these imbalances are reduced and managed in one form or another. The unavoidable conclusion to be drawn from the assessment of such analysis is that the current economic turmoil is unlikely to be a one-year phenomenon.